Hello, everyone. Today, Maryka and I have the pleasure of speaking with Melanie Arougueti, a real estate attorney here in Florida.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for having me here.
We will be talking about the most important new laws affecting condominiums this year, what owners and investors should know.
Melanie, what are the most important new condominium laws that have gone into effect this year?
Okay, well, there are many laws that go into effect, especially because Florida condominium law is changing every single year. But this past year, we've seen a lot of emphasis on reserves and the mandatory structural integrity reserve study, which affects all condominiums that are 3 stories or higher. And this requires condos to have reserves when before they didn't need to have them. So now it's mandatory.
Melanie, how does law affect the current condominium owners and their responsibility with association?
Okay, so this is a little bit of a tricky situation because current condo unit owners may see their maintenance go up, or they may have a special assessment creep up because the association ultimately needs to have money in their reserve account. Condo unit owners should be prepared for an increase in their maintenance, more or less, but I want to keep in mind to all the viewers out there that this is a general statement. Your condos may already have some reserves and money in their accounts, but if it's a newer condominium, you may see that you need a little bit less reserves because the lifespan of certain items, they might be longer. But this is up to the licensed engineer and the licensed architect doing the study. And condo owners are entitled to see the study. They can do a records request to the association as well to know if there's a lot of things in their unit, in their condos, that need to be fixed, and therefore their maintenance might be going up.
What legal things should potential buyers or investors know before purchasing a condo in the current market?
That's a great question. And I think that potential buyers or investors that are purchasing in condos need to speak to their real estate agents and be very honest with them in terms of what they're looking for. But this discussion that we've had before, the financial health of the association, which is what I call it, the financial health, it's to know if the building that they're buying into has a reserve account or it doesn't. And your real estate agent can find out that information with the association manager, and they can see what their financials look like. But most importantly, something that we haven't discussed is, can you ask your real estate agent to find out the rental restrictions in the building, if they have resale rules, things that you need to know as an investor or a buyer into a condo unit. You need to know the rules of the building to be able to say, oh, this is what I want to do with my unit. Maybe I want to buy it now for myself, but in 5 years, I'd like to rent it out and keep it as an investment property. So I think it's important for potential buyers or investors to speak to their real estate agents to know what exactly they're buying into.
So, Melanie, the last question. Are condominium fee expected to increase due to these changes? Well, what advice would you give the owners if they are faced with the unexpected increases?
So in the upcoming year, in the past year, we've seen a lot of maintenance increases go up for a lot of unit owners all around South Florida. And I think, in my personal opinion, is that they might be going up for a little while longer, but I think that the reserves are meant to help. Even though it sounds counterintuitive, the reserves are really meant to help the unit owners, because once the association has money in their reserves account, they can use this to then, improve the structure of the building, do all the things that they need to do to fix the building, and have your unit be worth more because it's in a better building. So I do think that condo fees are expected to go up, in my personal opinion, but my advice is to either to stick being a unit owner for the time being, because eventually they may plateau, and then your association will have reserves account and your building will just be better for it.
Thank you so much, Melanie, for your time, for your comments. And please, if you have any question, please leave them in the comments.
Thank you so much, Melanie, for your time.
Thank you both so much. It was a pleasure to be here today.
Thank you.
Bye.